It's time for a Jungle Volibear Platinum ranked solo queue game. Alrighty then. Which one? And I do firmly believe that Volibear is one of the stronger junglers currently in the game. I don't mean in a competitive level, but certainly in a sort of solo queue jungle-esque level. Though I also have to add compound a little bit more facts into that, of course, for it to make sense. Here's the thing: like I keep saying, a lot of junglers, probably all the junglers, pretty much got knocked down a peg. Some more than others, a few barely moving at all, and Volibear was ones that pretty much stayed the same. Like Lee Sin stayed the same, Jarvis stayed the same. That's probably why they are gods. And my opponent right now is Lee Sin, so... By the way, check out this clearing path. I'm using this for fatty junglers who aren't exactly the fastest or the most sustained early on. Volibear doesn't have great sustain. That's kind of a fact, even with his little screaming shit on the monster. So, I kill Gromp, kill Blue, kill Wolves, go home, buy the upgrade to the machete and some potions if I need to, and then go off and clear the rest of the jungle. Or help my teammates, not die. Or gank right now if I can, because level 3 ganks for Volibear are strong even without red. Now... I do firmly believe that Volibear is very strong right now, mostly because he kind of rocks the shit out of Lee Sin, at least in the jungle. Team fights, that's a whole different story. And Jarvan. Like, if I'm Jarvan and I'm against a Volibear, I know I probably cannot kill him by myself. And the same as Lee Sin, his Volibear's execute and control in the duel is much better than Lee Sin. In a skirmish, things might change a little, and in team fights, Lee Sin and Jarvan definitely have the edge. Because Volibear is not exactly the most independent or a tank at all. He can't initiate really for shit compared to like some tricky Lee Sin stuff or what's his face, Jarvan in general. That said, the incredible ganking power he has is still up there. Look at that. I have a shitload of damage. I can survive a lot of counter ganks. Like if Lee Sin comes to counter gank me, I'll probably survive it, even though I probably won't leave unscathed. And generally, bro, he handles this new jungle well. The E fear, like the E fear, once you start getting ranks up into it, or hell, once you properly use it to mitigate some damage, really helps you stay healthy. I actually didn't just come up with Volibear would be strong or anything. I had to get my ass kicked 2 times by a Volibear. One Volibear who wasn't that good, but I just couldn't do anything to him. And I thought, he'd be slow and he wouldn't be here, or he'd be really weak because his slowness would make him take damage. Hell no. I caught him and he was a very high health, and I killed him, but I thought differently. Then the other Volibear I fought, he pretty much just sodomized me throughout the entire game. I could not even match him in strength. So, that made me want to play Volibear too. I tried him out. Hell, this is, I believe, the second game. The other game is in a different one. I count. This is the second game, and just shit. Look at this. Just how much damage I do. How presence I show. The second I arrive, they know that they have to get away from me, or they have to try to control me, or else I'm gonna just destroy their faces. Like, look, here, once again, Kallista's sort of in a bad spot, and I'm just priming up myself for a gank. Blitzcrank shows up, and Thresh and Vayne just catch him against the wall. I go in, flip Kallista. Just the amount of control I have, and hell, if I wanted to, I could have probably dove this Blitzcrank and flipped them too. The cooldown on the Q is silly as shit. Either way, I hope you're noticing in this game right now, I'm taking a little bit too many kills. Some of the kills accidental, surely, but I should have been giving the kills to my Vayne teammates. Despite the fact that if you see the chat, the Vayne is pretty fucking angry. But look at this damage right now. I jump onto the Lee Sin. Lee Sin kills my Thresh, but then at 1/3 of his health, I just eat his face. That's a shitload of burst right there for an execution. So yeah. I've taken full control of the game. I'm building myself appropriately to counter theirs. They don't exactly have any AP. I mean, if Twisted Fate focuses me, then, I'm probably my teammates are probably just going to punish him. So, I got Juggernaut, and I'm going to be building more health and just become general nuisance. I believe I buy a Rando and Domin and become next to impossible to kill. But look at that. Volibear is one of the stronger characters when it comes to the walking up to them gank. Just walk up to them, slash them a few times, scream in their face, they try to leave, you flip them back, and then your E should be back up, and your Q might be back up too, because the Q's cooldown is so ridiculously slow. I mean, low. Nonetheless, when it comes to competitive, I don't think Volibear will see competitive in a long time, and if he does, it will probably be in top lane and not in the jungle. Because honestly, in a lot of these cases, a lot of the ganks you saw me pull off, or a lot of the just dominance you're showing me, I cannot do this by myself as Volibear. I can set up some sort of kills, and I can just be like this really scary monster marching at the opponents. But honestly, in a lot of cases, if my opponents were smarter or a little bit better, they would either CC me and just run away without having to do anything, because Volibear cannot really catch most people without having to use a flash of some sort, or they would kill me, because like Volibear's damage is pretty bad unless he's got you in execution range. So Volibear, for like how badass he is, he's more, I consider him more of a team amplifier. Like if you already have good initiation, his follow-up is ridiculous. If you already have a lot of control, him stapling him to your team just adds a lot more power. If you already got a lot of tankiness, Volibear is just going to be like impossible to kill alongside all the other fatties. If you got a lot of there's one thing though here. I do think he's probably one of the stronger turret divers in the game. So if you got a team comp that's just all about early game domination and turret diving and being general dicks, then I would say he fits right in. So yeah, the question you have to ask yourself is, does Volibear justify his position, even though he would add and amplify a lot of the power in a team composition if he's picked into the right one? Why not just pick a more general pick or a much more safer pick, and sort of just add your own factors to the team rather than amplify what's already there, something like that, right? Still though, like I've just felt all powerful picking them. It's like they focus me, my passive triggers in, they cannot kill me. I run around, I scared the enemy duelist because he realizes I'm just too fucking fat to die, and itemizing me, itemizing Volibear is piss easy. Just build health on him, build tankiness on him, and you'll still bite people with your W. Like I said before, there's not a lot of offensive options on him, and that is a huge weakness. Like, yeah, you can build him like Trinity Force or a mallet or something, or some people say Blade of the Rune King, but to be honest, he won't make great use of it in comparison to a lot of other tanky junglers or sorts like that. Like, oh, you can pick a Jarvan and he can use Tiamat and Hydra and that stuff and slam dunk somebody. Volibear, yeah, with the offensive items, he doesn't do well. Either way, though, pure, like if you want a tank jungler or he's not a tank jungler, a bruiser jungler that's more on the defensive side that still really works in season 5. Volibear is him. I enjoyed him so much, and I'll definitely probably be spamming him come when ranking starts back up. He's one of the ones I have on top of my list to spam. If I need a tanky bruiser, there we go. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. Hey.